So I've spent the last at least year really getting kind of obsessed about EDC gear. Fun things to carry, fun things to own, gadgets and gizmos and materials that are just satisfying. And I've fallen into the trap of buying way more things than I practically need or actually end up using. And so I finally went through the process of refining what I actually carry every single day down to a simple wallet that holds literally everything that I need and solves every single problem that I face throughout every day and has some bonus extras for problems that I might face. So I'm just going to reassemble my wallet kit here and kind of talk about each piece and just how much joy all this stuff brings me. So my absolute favorite thing to carry is the Victorinox Companion Slim A-Locks. I've gone through so many Victorinox knives, and the ironic thing about this one is it actually isn't even a knife. And that's secretly one of the things that I love most about it. It allows me to take it virtually anywhere without having to worry about having a knife confiscated, but it still does everything that I need to do every day extremely well, mostly because of this package opener. When this new tool came out with the package opener, I was so excited because I realized that the big, bulky, albeit cool knives that I was carrying were really just glorified package openers. And this does that job better. It does it extremely well. It's extremely sharp. I have no problem just slicing through tape, through cardboard, through clamshell packaging. That's what I need to do every day, is get into stuff. And this does it so well. And then obviously the stellar Victorinox scissors that simply can't be beat are so versatile. And I actually love the size of this Companion Slim A-Locks. It is the perfect handheld size. It's got the perfect texturing with the A-Lock scales. I actually love that there's no key loop, there's no pocket clip. It's just a solid block of get stuff done. And it fits so extremely well because of its form factor in my wallet kit here that it's become truly the perfect companion. The final tool is just the large flathead slash pry bar slash scraper, which actually has so much utility. And then the can slash bottle opener and a little wire stripper, which I've never used. But so many functions out of this, and nothing that I don't need to carry unnecessarily. That's one of the biggest problems with EDC for me historically, is I just want to carry stuff for the sake of carrying stuff, because it's fun. It's fun to have tools and gadgets and gizmos and play with things and fidget with things. But ultimately I found myself not putting things in my pockets if I didn't actually need to use them on a daily basis. So this is perfect. And it slides beautifully into my kind of old and beat up now hide and drink leather wallet slash organizer, which has become the perfect home for all of my tools. Sitting next to it is one of my other favorite things to carry, the O-Knife Oticle, which is just a little bit driver. And it's so compact. It's so well machined. It's got 8 different bits, double-sided, I guess there's 4 bits, but double-sided bits, so 8 different fasteners that can be attacked with this thing. And it just works so well. And it's so fun to carry, and it's so much better than having some sort of small 2-dimensional Phillips or kind of halfway tools that you find on traditional Swiss Army knives. I found that carrying a dedicated bit driver that has lots of grip, is a good size, a good shape, is not heavy because it's made of titanium, but it's legitimately a screwdriver, and that's so much better to use and more satisfying to use than a multi-tool driver, I've found. And so I really have enjoyed carrying this. It's not often that I need to get into fasteners, maybe a handful of times a week, but man, when you do need to get in and you're able to quickly and effectively, it's fantastic. Mostly use it for kids' toys and things. And you'll see that a lot of stuff in my kit is geared towards being a dad with young kids. So that slides right next to my Swiss Army knife in this side and is held snugly. And then next to that, I actually tuck Uncle Bill's sliver grippers. Truly, I've found these to be the best bang for buck compact tweezers that you can find. And the genius little holder slash key loop keeps it from poking or stabbing you. And they are so razor precise, and it's simple and effective. And when you do get a sliver, or you've got to grab something teeny, I wear and often work on watches. Sometimes I got to grab tiny things. The not those kinds of tiny things. The Uncle Bill's sliver grippers are perfect. So they live right next to my bit driver. What's the other main functions here? So I'm just going to slide my credit cards in. I have some skins on these because you know, I loved Pokemon as a kid, and these are so much more fun and inspiring to look at than random credit cards. And one of these is a Pokedex, which actually is a little piece of tech that I'll talk about. This is just a wallet card tracker. It's a really nice and slim one. It's by some Chinese brand. No idea how to pronounce it. It's like Signs On or something. It's kind of scratched up from tools sliding in and out, but this helps me locate not just my cards in my wallet, but all of my tools. My whole kit is trackable, which changes everything. And this is wireless rechargeable, so you can juice it up and use it for years and years. So I really only carry a couple of cards. I carry a debit, a credit, a license, and my tracker. And so those things live in the main card slot. And some of these tools have come about out of just kind of pure coincidence, because you'll see that the shape of the wallet here is such that when you fill out these two front pockets, it kind of creates a pinch in the middle of the leather, and you get this natural kind of empty space next to the cards, which is not a problem. It doesn't add any bulk or thickness, but it made me realize I can keep more tools in here. And so one of the things that I wanted to carry that I hadn't found a good way to was just a simple fire starter. So I hopped on Amazon and I found a cheap little, I think this is called a trench lighter. And it's actually so fun to carry, and it's even fun to fidget with because the form factor is really neat. It's just this little metal rod that breaks apart. It's got some mechanical hinges, and it folds down into a little lighter and strikes right up. It's got a little wick, and it takes Zippo fluid in the bottom there. So having fire starter is kind of extra in my urban environment. I don't often use this. I do use it to light candles and things throughout the house. I don't have to go find a lighter. I'm the hero of birthday parties because someone says, "Who got a lighter?" You know, I do. I don't smoke, but I carry a lighter. So I'm there to light the birthday candles. And then conveniently next to the lighter, I can fit some of my hygiene tools. You know, getting older, in your 30s, you start to develop annoying things like random old man nose hairs. And this is actually a little manual nose hair trimmer. When you get nose hairs poking out, or or you know, I have a beard and a mustache, I get hairs that are tickling me. This is just really quick and easy way to snap those off without plucking them and making your eyes water. Conveniently, this has also come in really great handy when my 3-year-old has, you know, big boogies in his nose that he just is not great at blowing out. Because this is so rounded and it's kind of meant to go in your nose. TMI, but you know, I can reach up there and pull out the gunk and the boogies that exist. So again, this is a fatherhood hack. And this slips right in next to my lighter. And yes, I do clean it off before I stick it back in. So the kit's filling out. One of the other things, hygiene related, that I've recently enjoyed really having is just a beard comb. Unruly beard or hair easily tamed with this little pocket comb, and it just fits so nicely in the back. It's like it was made to live here. And I found this, you know, rather nice. It's probably steel. It's very rigid, and it's nice to hold and carry. Obviously going to be heavier than something plastic, but I like carrying metal and leather and things that just feel robust. So here we are with the I think it's called Sudden Death beard comb. Nice to have. My AC kicked on. No idea if you'll be able to hear me still. Shut the window. All right, so also hygiene-related flossers. I use flossers every single day. It's the most annoying thing when you need one and you don't have one. So it's just nice to carry, nice to have. I always keep at least one or two locked and loaded. I just stuck them in the back pocket here. Another thing that's really common in EDC is carrying pens. Pens are just another item that when you don't have it, you're up a creek, and when you need it, so nice to have. I do not use this extremely often. I'm not like carrying field notes and writing things down. I'm a tech guy, I'm a developer, I use my phone. But occasionally when I do need to sign something, mostly it's a receipt, maybe at a restaurant, maybe somebody else just says, hey, I need a pen. This is a little slim, tiny bolt action option that is basically free to carry because it's just so small. And so it just slides in the back pocket and kind of nestles itself in the natural shape of the wallet, which is just so satisfying. And it's a huge win to be able to carry it for free because it's lightweight and it's actually hand-sized. It's tiny, but I found that this is so much better to use than I was carrying some of the smaller Swiss Army knives that had pens built into the scales. And sure, that works, but it's just so much more comfortable to use something that's actually pen-shaped, which is why I've ended up kind of carrying individual tools for every problem that needs solving, because I found that they just do it better. And it's kind of fun to have a bunch of different objects. Being a dad requires that you carry Band-Aids. My son gets lots of owies. His favorite thing to do is slap a Band-Aid on it. Makes him feel so much better. So I've got my kitty Band-Aids. I actually usually just tuck these inside my cards, and they're obviously flat and weigh nothing. And so that's another free carry, another free problem to solve. And then you're able to still squeeze some cash in here. I really don't often carry cash. I just sold some stuff on Marketplace, so here I am. But when I do need to carry it, there you go. So this is a kit that is truly with me every single day. Lives in my right pocket. It's not that big. I got into slim wallets for a while, so it's certainly bigger than carrying something that's just, 4 cards thick. But because it's able to solve so many of my problems every day, it's well worth the size and the cost of carrying. And it's so compact, it fits in the palm of my hand, and everything is pretty snug. Things aren't trying to fly out of here. I can wear this with sweatpants, put it in my shorts pocket, my gym shorts, and it's not going to fly out and cause problems or create hugely unnecessary bulk. I tried different variations of kits like these. I even tried like waistband clips and pouches, and I just needed a way to carry the things that I needed. But I found that having things on the exterior of my clothing was just way too annoying. It would get caught on things, it would get snagged on the seatbelt. It was just, and plus you look like a giant dork. So being able to slip this in my pocket, nice and easy, just makes life so much better. I'm just prepared for every occasion. So I just had so much joy putting the kit together and finding solutions that are tailored to me. A lot of these are not like the most popular things on all the EDC channels, like a $9 random tiny pen and a nose hair / booger grabber, another cheap little trench lighter. Some of these are really popular brands and items, but it's not about finding things that are expensive or exciting. It's about finding things that work for you. So whichever brand or product delivers that, I'm all for it. I'm back. I told myself I was going to do this in one shot, no edits, no script, because these are just things that I'm passionate about. And I'm a perfectionist, and so I get tied up in like wanting to make incredible production quality and do all the editing and learn how to shoot and how to film, and gosh, but I don't have time for any of that because one of my other passions is watches. And you saw the watch that I was wearing in this video. This is the Henry Archer Tidslinja Lunaris. This is a meteorite dial, one of my newest watches. Absolutely love it. But on the off chance that you're also interested in watches, I've got some of my collection here, and I actually have developed an app called ChronoQueue, which is for watch collectors, and it's what I've spent so much of my last year on, and I'm really proud of it. I think it's awesome. Just wanted to mention it. If watches are something that you're interested in, be sure to check out ChronoQueue. I'll have a link in the description. Yeah, so I would love any feedback if you're a collector or have any interest in watches. And so look out for maybe some more watch content. Maybe I'll get some videos up about some of the pieces in my collection. You can see here I've got Bulova, Citizen, and Seiko, which are certainly not luxury brands, but probably represent the bulk of the best watchmaking or most common widespread watchmaking under $1,000. These are some of my favorite pieces in my budget-oriented collection as a young father, but I love them. Watches are so intriguing to me, and they bring me so much joy, and there's so much beauty behind them, and it's something that I can wear every single day, no matter what I'm doing, and they fulfill so many purposes, and so I'm a huge watch fanatic. So be sure to check out ChronoQueue. Maybe stay tuned for some additional watch content if that's what you're into.